Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 10th official episode of the Backrooms Documentaries. In this episode, I will explain entities 8, 9, and 10. These entities are really crazy to even think about, so without further ado, enjoy this episode of the Backrooms Documentaries. Entity number 8 of the Backrooms, also known as Hounds, have an IETS rating of 4D, which means they can be very dangerous if precautions aren't taken correctly. They also have high animal level intelligence. Hounds are dog-like creatures that also have the nature of an average dog, but they are more aggressive. Hounds will attack anyone once the hound enters an aggressive state, but can also be intimidated by making eye contact, so it's a good idea to stare them down. This won't work forever though, as the hound will get back to being aggressive, but it gives the humans a good time to start running away. These dog-like creatures can also be found in almost any level of the backrooms. Their physical look contains that of a combination of a human and a dog. They have large amounts of black hair on the top of their head and bodies, and they walk on all fours. They also possess sharp claws and a large mouth filled with razor-sharp teeth. The faces are difficult to see because of the hairs that are covering them. Hounds are fast and have the power to lunge at their targets. If you were to run into a hound, maintain eye contact to intimidate them. Hounds also growl, so once you hear that, 9 times out of 10 it is most likely a hound. And you should stay out of their sights. Never ever try to tame them because they are not pets. Also, don't instantly run once you see a hound. Hounds are one of the most common entities, but this next one is much more popular. Entity 9 of the Backrooms, also known as Facelings, have an IETS rating of 2B. This means that Facelings can be somewhat dangerous, but this most likely depends on the variations of the Facelings, which I'll get back to later. They also possess high human level intelligence. Facelings look like regular human beings, but something seems off. That's because they don't have any facial features. Facelings come in 2 main variants, but many more exist. The first main variant are adult facelings. Adult facelings look like humans without facial features, and look around the age of 15 and over. Adult facelings are usually docile, which means they don't act aggressive unless provoked. Sometimes they're open to trade objects, which is kinda lucky. Around 20% of adult facelings act hostile even without being provoked although. The second main variant are child facelings. Child facelings appear younger than the age of 15. They're also very aggressive towards humans, by the way. These types of facelings are typically hostile until they reach the maturity to stop attacking wanderers when they hit the age of around 9 to 10 years old. They also call for adult facelings when it comes to assistance. This also helps them ambush more wanderers upon the child's request. There are many other variants of facelings, but most of them are very rare. Here are the 3 more common types of miscellaneous facelings. The first rare variant are polygonal facelings. These facelings take the form of average facelings, but they look straight out of a PlayStation 1 render. They got their appearance from something called inadvertent no-clipping, which is where the no-clipping process doesn't work sometimes, causing facelings to get this look. The second rare variant are shadow facelings. These facelings have pitch black bodies and are attracted to light. They are usually found in dark areas or levels and can be defensive towards humans if provoked. The third rare variant I'll explain are memory facelings. These facelings usually look like a loved one from a specific wanderer's point of view, although without a face, obviously. And they're usually created by memory worms. There are many other variants of other facelings, and when you encounter one, you should treat them with respect. If you need help, it's okay to ask facelings for assistance. If you see a new variant, you should report it to a large outpost. You should not provoke or attack these entities, nor should you threaten them. This would make the facelings act more aggressive towards you. Entity 10 of the Backrooms, also known as Skin Stealers, have an IETS rating of 4B. This means the entity is very dangerous if precautions aren't taken, and this entity contains high human level intelligence. Skin stealers are large entities that appear humanoid, and they wear the skin of their prey as a form of disguise. When these dangerous entities are hungry, they also sometimes eat their prey. They take the form of tall, pale yellow creatures with sunken white eyes. Their flesh is covered with microscopic bumps that act similar to those suction cup things on the tentacles of an octopus. These bumps help the skin stealers put on the skin of their prey and get a perfect fit. This makes skin stealers look identical to a human being. This causes the skin stealer to enter a docile state, that is, until the skin starts to wear off, and the skin stealer will take off the skin, making it start to look for another human to hunt. Skin stealers can also mimic human speeches that they have heard. They often do that to lure other wanderers close. Skin stealers can be seen in many levels of the Backrooms, but mainly levels 1, 2, and 3. The blood of a skin stealer is often translucent and clear. This means there is a good way to identify whether someone is a human or a skin stealer in disguise. The following phrase is, quote, "Blood runs red, they're not dead. Blood runs clear, don't get near," end quote. When you run into a skin stealer, slowly and calmly walk away. You should also check anyone's blood color to see if they are human or not. If it's red, they are a human. If it's clear, they're a skin stealer. You should not provoke the skin stealer if it's in a docile state, nor should you trust anyone who barely speaks or says random bundles of words. That wraps up episode 10 of the Backrooms documentaries. The next episode will be all about level 188 of the Backrooms, which is a very popular one, so stay tuned. Until then, I am Logan the Backrooms Nerd, and I'll see you in the next episode.